kids? Who's ready to adult?
Not me. Nope.
Not today. Yeah, me neither.
Never.
Okay, so today we're talking about interesting experiences that we had in middle school. So for those of you who have kids in middle school, or if you're in middle school yourself, I find universally, both based on my own experience and the experience that both of my children went through, that middle school years are probably some of the toughest years that you'll ever go through, because you're going through puberty and everything's awkward anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Is it horrible that we still remember?
Oh,
like, that's when you know that it is, because you still remember.
Because it was horrifying when it happened at the time, but then you look back on it and it's really not that big a deal. So let me just give you an example of something that we're working with here. So in middle school, gentlemen, if you're watching, I'm about to talk about menstrual cycles, so you've been warned. But it was very embarrassing in middle school if people knew that you were on your period. For some reason, that was extremely embarrassing back at the time. And I was using maxi pads. And again, for you gentlemen, if you're unfamiliar with how the things work, there's one side that's adhesive and one side that's absorbent. You put the adhesive side down in your panties, and then the absorbent side,
Yeah,
you get it. Yeah. Well, it's made with plastic and it's extremely crinkly and loud, and the ladies' room in middle schools are typically kind of quiet, right? And so I was trying to remove the used pad and insert the new one as quickly as possible with minimal noise, because keep in mind, this was embarrassing. I don't know why, but it really was at the time. And I went through the whole procedure so quickly that I accidentally put the maxi pad in my underwear, adhesive side up.
Oh my god, no.
And not adhesive side down, which I didn't realize until about 3 hours later when I went to the bathroom again. And I pulled down my britches and my pad was still on me. So that's when I got to get my first unofficial Brazilian with a maxi pad. And it was just so embarrassing.
So how did you scream, or was it kind of like a?
It was a, I'm gonna deal with this when I get home, and I don't have to pee that bad right now.
I'll just cross my legs.
That's what I did, because it was near the end of the school day anyway, and it was only an hour to being home, and
why not?
Addressing it all at home, including a shower that was required afterwards as well.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, because the absorbent side was not where it should have been.
No.
So
that was fun.
Yeah, that was really awkward. Woo. Yeah. Do you have any weird bathroom experiences?
Mine's a little different. Okay, so we had like days, dress up days, and I think it was 6th or 7th grade. It was crisscross.
Oh, like jump. Yep.
And they wore their
jump. Yep.
They wore their clothes backwards. That was their thing.
I think I know where the story's going.
So I'm like, I'm gonna be cool. So it was crisscross day. I'm so stupid saying it now. It was crisscross day, okay? So of course I had to wear my stuff backwards. You ever tried to put jeans on backwards? You gotta flip in the front because it's your butt, but it's not your butt, and your backside's like whoop, because you had to zip it up. It was really fun. Plus, back then I was overweight. So, to make matters worse, I had huskies. My mom bought me huskies. I had to wear Levi's husky jeans, so the boys weren't knocking at my door. So that's what I got to stare at all day, was the Levi's huskies. That's a self-esteem boost.
How'd you go to the bathroom?
I had to find some money. reach, you know, and like I could get them up, but then to kind of unbutton them was like a struggle. And someone came, I don't even know who it was. I was just that kind of person. I had to go. So I'm like, could you help me? Because I'm not smart like you, and we're like, you know, elastic. Can you get me? And then I had to ask her to help me put my on. She stayed. She was a champ.
Aww.
She did that for me because, of course, I couldn't button them again because it was the, you know, it's not a snap button. That was my story. It was great. It was a great day.
How many times did you pee that day, or did you just start rationing your intake afterwards?
It was twice, 2 times. Yeah, because there was people in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you were like, okay, well, someone's in here, so you're gonna help me. Don't know you, you don't know me. But we're going there.
Nice. Nice. Probably the only other major embarrassing story that I have, and I think this will really resonate with you because as I tell this story, you have to keep in mind I'm going to be telling a story about my friend Becky, which I feel okay saying her name because the odds of her seeing this and anybody knowing who she is pretty low. Her parents had an RV that they would park at the beach, and so like every other weekend they were out at the beach and we would go to the beach together. And I have traditionally been a very small person, small, skinny, thin person, and my friend Becky had a body type more like Miss Jamie's right now, okay? And what we thought was really funny to make her parents laugh was we would swim out to the sandbar, and we were both wearing one pieces, and we would duck under the waves, and we would change bathing suits. And so I would pass mine to her, and she would pass hers to me, and I would come out, I'd have to hold mine because it was a little bit too big, right? And she came out looking like Borat in that thong.
That's a really good friend.
And we would be like, ta-da, right? And her parents would laugh, of course, and then we would swim back out and we would exchange it. But on one particularly memorable afternoon, when we went to change back, I handed her her bathing suit, and it was right when a big wave came and crashed, and I dropped mine.
No.
Oh, I did. Oh, yes, I did.
In the ocean?
Uh-huh, in the ocean, butt naked, on a sandbar. So I'm staying under the waves because this is middle school, and this is extremely embarrassing in middle school, right? And all these other teenage boys on their little rafts are getting closer and closer because every time a wave comes,
They were just like,
I had to dive through it because I'm trying to find my clothes.
oh my gosh.
And so according to her parents, every time a wave came, there was my little moon. Moon in the beach.
Maybe that's why they were getting closer.
That's exactly it. They saw a bare bottom and they just started,
Like, what is that?
let's get a better look at that. Unfortunately, I did finally recover my bathing suit and I got it on.
I couldn't even imagine.
And then I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna go shower off. I'll see you guys back in the RV. I don't want to have any conversations with anybody here on the beach about what just occurred. I don't want to look your parents in the eyes right now.
I would be so many different colors of red.
Yeah.
It would have been.
I was really embarrassed.
Oh, wow.
And shockingly, we never did that stunt again after that. I can't imagine why. Why would we not want to do that?
I mean, next time you wouldn't find it. That's why, dummy. We may be in middle school, but we're not
white bottom.
Woo! I wasn't trying to have the boys come close to me that time. God, that's
Goodness. Isn't that great? So that's so embarrassing.
That's awesome. Yeah, mine, I just don't have a lot of them. Mine is just the dorky clothes we wore and stuff.
Yes.
Like 3 pairs of socks. What was that for?
Fashion, man. I
Stretchy
wore watches
socks.
on my socks. Swatch watches. I will find some weird pictures and show you. That was part of my look. And when I wanted to see what time it was, I just crossed my arms.
Shut up now.
I totally did. Yep.
I could totally see you doing that.
That was, you know, in the 80s with the jelly
Yeah.
bracelets and the swatch watches and the 3
Yeah.
pairs of socks that were all different for fashion.
All for fashion.
So much fashion. Some really great fashion. is going to be used to tease this particular episode because I have some pictures of me wearing some pretty awesomely 80s things.
I mean, you have that one picture of me that you were my twin.
I do.
In my little tracksuit.
Yep, with the glasses.
Yes, my purple tracksuit with, mind you, the mini blinds were the same color in the background. Because that's what we had back then, was the mini blinds.
Yes, we just had the gray background, the standard school background.
Somehow my parents must have been able to afford that extra $5 because
Very nice. No,
that's the only one I had with the mini blinds. No.
You're just posing by your mini blinds.
With my braces and glasses and furball hair. It was great.
So hopefully you've enjoyed our tales of awkwardness, and yeah,
they were good times.
They were good times. So in the meantime, y'all take care of yourselves and keep your head up.
It gets easier.
It does. Bye. We love you.
Wow.